Hi, beautiful. We're reading in A Course in Miracles, Chapter 13, The Guiltless World, Section 4, The Function of Time. Paragraph 1. And now the reason why you are afraid of this course should be apparent. For this is a course on love, because it is about you. You have been told that your function in this world is healing, and your function in heaven is creating. The ego teaches that your function on earth is destruction, and you have no function at all in heaven. It would thus destroy you here and bury you here, leaving you no inheritance except the dust out of which it thinks you were made. As long as it is reasonably satisfied with you, as the reasoning goes, it offers you oblivion. When it becomes overtly savage, it offers you hell. Yet neither oblivion nor hell is as unacceptable to you as heaven. Your definition of heaven is hell and oblivion, and the real heaven is the greatest threat you think you could experience. For hell and oblivion are ideas that you made up, and you are bent on demonstrating their reality to establish yours. If their reality is questioned, you believe that yours is. For you believe that attack is your reality, and that your destruction is the final proof that you were right. I'll pause here and say, A Course in Miracles says that we can be right or happy, but we can't be both. Right according to the ego, because what the ego thinks is right is madness and insanity. Under the circumstances, would it not be more desirable to have been wrong? Even apart from the fact that you were wrong. While it could perhaps be argued that death suggests there was life, no one would claim that it proves there is life. Even the past life that death might indicate could only have been futile if it must come to this, and needs this to prove that it was at all. You question heaven, but you do not question this, yet you could heal and be healed if you did not question it. And even though you know not heaven, might it not be more desirable than death? You have been as selective in your questioning as in your perception. An open mind is more honest than this. The ego has a strange notion of time, and it is with this notion that your questioning might well begin. The ego invests heavily in the past, and in the end believes that the past is the only aspect of time that is meaningful. Remember that its emphasis on guilt enables it to ensure its continuity by making the future like the past and thus avoiding the present. I'll pause here and say, we know that only the present moment, the now moment, is real. The past is gone, the future's not here yet. And the ego is not real. The ego is a delusion. And so it can only exist in an illusory state of past or future projection, but it can't exist in the now. And that's why when you are truly, fully present in the now, you escape ego and you escape time. By the notion of paying for the past in the future, the past becomes a determiner of the future, making them continuous without an intervening present. For the ego regards the present only as a brief transition to the future in which it brings the past to the future by interpreting the present in past terms. I'll pause and say, so the ego sees the present as this tiny little gap that just connects what the ego thinks is reality, the past and the future. When in reality, all that's real is the ever now moment that we're in right now. Now has no meaning to the ego. The present merely reminds it of past hurts, and it reacts to the present as if it were the past. The ego cannot tolerate release from the past, and although the past is over, the ego tries to preserve its image by responding as if it were present. I'm going to stop here for today, and let's talk about that. Because really, a big focus in A Course in Miracles is helping us escape grievances, which are all in the past. So what does that mean? What does it mean to let go of the past? I know in my life it's meant metaphorically looking at all the heavy rocks I'm carrying around in a backpack, all the things I'm mad about, all the people that have hurt me, and the things I'm still upset with over, and I can't believe they did this. I can't believe they did that. And I should have said this. I should have done that. Self-recrimination as well. And then one day, recognizing this is a lot energetically to carry around. And what good is it doing? None. It's not doing me any good. To my ego, if I was carrying around this heavy rock backpack full of rocks, it would be a reminder to not get hurt again. But actually what was hurting me was carrying around this heavy bag of rocks. So the ego always creates the problem it's claiming to solve. The things that happened in the past were gone. I didn't need to carry them around anymore. What was hurting me was not setting it down. Or like holding onto a hot coal and letting it burn your hand. And that's what a grievance is. To remind you to never pick up a hot coal again. That's how insane the ego is. It's okay to just set it down, my love. In this perceptual, mortal experience, we are all going to hurt, be hurt, and intentionally or inadvertently hurt others. It's an inescapable part of Earth School. Cause and effect. And there are people here who are deeply lost in delusion, deeply lost in the nightmare, and so they are perceptually hurting themselves and others. But there is a way out. To be in the world but not of the world. To participate, but to be sovereign. If you know the way out, it can be like a playground. If you don't, it's a prison. The way out is knowing who you are. Indomitable. Limitless. Perfect, whole, and complete. Innocent. Still exactly as God created you. Despite any perceptual experiences and delusions that you've witnessed in the nightmare. You can take off the backpack of heavy rocks. You can set down the hot coals when you're ready. And A Course in Miracles invites us to be ready right now, if we choose. I love you. Thank you for being here. I'll see you soon.